Hello one all is my reaction to The Promised Neverland Chapter 181. And for those of you who are frequent viewers of my channel, you might know that I don't usually do reaction videos to chapters. I've never done a reaction video to a chapter, actually. But this one, it's something special. It's something different. It's the final chapter. It's what everything so far has been building towards. And as thanks to all my loyal viewers who have watched my reviews in the past, this is my way of thanking you by sharing my final moments of this series with you. As for what I think is going to happen, I still don't know. I've been thinking about this nonstop for last week. I still have no freaking clue. I don't think Emma's going to get her memories back simply because it would feel too convenient. It would make her sacrifice feel too shallow, like it wasn't anything really significant for her to just forget her family for a few months and seem like, oh, it's my family. I remember them now. I mean, no, I wouldn't like that. And what's more so, this is a being who has the power to split dimensions. Maybe one thing if you just, send all the demons to live on another planet, but he literally split reality in two. Yeah. I don't think he's going to have that hard of a time making sure that Emma, doesn't make any contact with her family. Like, the most I can really hope for right now is that Emma is going to see Phil, the other kids, playing in a park or something, while she's standing at them from a distance far away, and then she's gonna smile, feel oddly content, and just leave them like that, having her final goal wished, her final hope of seeing them being happy in this new world, but never able to see them, never able to make contact, never even really remembering that's why she fought, that's why she gave up everything she did. Also, with another theory I saw online, it was interesting, that basically stated that the Santa Claus, the old man Emma spent all this time with, is the real William Minerva, who somehow managed to fake his death. I mean, that would make a certain amount of sense, but I'm not so sure about that. I really do think the old man's entire purpose is just to be a warning to Emma, for her not to, cling too much to these old memories that she has forgotten, for her to be free and go live her own life without being bound to the past like he is. So yeah, let's start this. I've never actually done this before. This iPad isn't attached to anything right now, so it's not like I can actually show you what I'm seeing, but I'll try to include the screenshots somewhere over there, during the editing process. Not sure where that's going to go, but let's give it a shot. Alright, let's start this thing. God. Oh my god. Are you freaking kidding me? The first freaking title page! Emma standing far away from her family, facing away from them. Oh my god. That is like the epitome of last chapter and is utterly, utterly heartbreaking. Though she does have the tattoo back in her neck in this one. I'm fairly certain the Promise Keeper took that away last time. The final chapter, Beyond Destiny. That title's a little worrying because it makes it seem like they're going to be able to break Destiny. They're going to be able to outsmart the literal fourth dimension entity that can split time and space. Which, I don't know. Like I said, I would love to see them reunited, but I feel like it would cheapen her sacrifice. I feel like it would just be too easy. I mean, maybe we saw like multiple chapters, like 10, 20 chapters of her living in the human world, adapting a life there, creating a new life there. Then we could, justify her reuniting with her family, but not after just 2 chapters. Alright, so yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, heartfelt opening page. Absolutely love it. Let's get into this. Finding just one person on this vast planet, that is a tremendous task to accomplish. We can do it. We have to. I mean, I just said that would be impossible, but again, these kids are like the smartest people in the world. They were specifically bred to be physically and mentally superior to literally everyone else, so if anyone can do it, they can do it. Probably more than the Ratchet clan, probably more than all the scholars on the Earth put together. These kids have the best chance. We see all them looking at the data, cycling through, trying to figure out exactly what it is they're looking for, how to find Emma. I mean, like I said before, her neck tattoo's gone, so that's like her one identifying trait. They're all going to be saying, oh, we need to look for someone with a neck tattoo. And then then the searcher's going to say, okay, well, she has the red hair, but she doesn't have a neck tattoo, so it's not her. Let's move on. We searched and searched, but we couldn't find her. 2 years. 2 years! Oh. 2 years passed without much progress. She's nowhere to be found. How could we have no clues if we're looking so hard? She's alive, right? She's in the human world. Could it be that even though she's in this world, we're destined to never see her again? Separating her from us was the reward for the promise. Yeah, that's exactly what I've been saying. That it's the fact they literally physically can't see her. That's the price. It's not just that they were separated, not just that her memories were erased. It's that they were physically incapable of finding her. That was the price. Not just that her memories were erased, not just that they were separated, but that they couldn't find each other again no matter how hard they tried, no matter how hard they searched. And they are searching quite hard. I love the little sketch they made up of her. But again, the neck tattoo is the defining trait. It's what everyone's on the lookout for, besides the kids. They're going to be on the lookout for someone with a neck tattoo. Even if they see someone who looks exactly like the sketch, if they don't have the neck tattoo, they're probably not that person, and they won't be given that much attention. I do kind of wish, though, we'd seen them adapting more to the human world. I mean, here we see them, using computers and interviewing people and all that. You've been food, living in an 18th century cottage or in the woods for basically the entirety of your life. I would have loved to see how you adapted to this human world, to figuring out computers and all that. So many questions about every part of that. Don't say that! It's just that we haven't searched everywhere yet. That's right, we know that. But where else can we search? Forbidden zones. Interesting. That was something that was mentioned way back when they were searching for Sonja Musica, for the Forbidden Zones, the places where even the demons were not allowed to go for reasons. I had a lot of questions about that, but they were never really answered. Like when Norman asked to search for Musica and Sonja, so what about it? Maybe there are places like that here too, areas where we can't go or aren't allowed in, a country that doesn't exist anymore. That does make sense. The Santa Claus, he basically said his whole village was destroyed. There were danger signs, keep out signs. He was wearing a mask when Emma first saw him, so I could understand there being radiation leakage or damage or something that makes it impossible for regular people to go there, or just a place where people don't go usually, so therefore Emma would, or just a place where people don't go regularly, so therefore they wouldn't have thought to search there because there's no one to search there. Hey, that's the exact danger sign we just saw outside of Santa Claus's village. Regions and countries that were destroyed by war or disaster. Places where people won't be living because they don't exist in 2049. Yep, that's basically it. Santa Claus is essentially a ghost, so he doesn't actually exist in this world. And, now they're actually going to, old war zones. They're seeing the absolute worst of humanity. They're seeing what good old Petey warned them about, the horrific acts that they had committed. I'm sure that gave them some fresh new emotional scars. We're never giving up, no matter how much we search and come up empty, no matter what the reward was, even if we're destined to never see her again. We're going to change it. We're going to fight back. Me and everyone. We'll even overturn destiny. Which, actually, now I could kind of see them finding him. I know I said before keeping the promise, but they were destined to be food. That was what they were bred for. That was their only choice in life. That was literally their destiny. And a destiny that Isabella was forced to accept. That she did not want to, but that she ultimately based her entire being around, accepting that destiny. That she and all the other kids were eventually going to become food. So for them overcoming destiny, for them defying even the wills of a god, it does actually make a certain amount of sense. Also, I just have to say once again, I said my last review, but I do just love that this promise, the suffering wasn't just for Emma, her family. If they don't find her, they will spend the rest of their life searching for her. They will never know peace. They will never know happiness until they have found her. So, really, it's a reward that just causes suffering for everyone, and I love that. Dang it! Nothing in this area either. So yeah, Ray's certainly starting to get a little frustrated. They're around 2 to 3 years without seeing Emma. That feels like the entirety of the time they were on the run. The entirety of the time they left Gracefield before coming back is essentially how long they've been searching for her. That really puts it in a certain amount of context there. Anyway, then, okay. They're using the pen as a communication device to, I think, talk to Norman. I have a lot of questions about that. Why are all of your communication devices pen-shaped? Is this a world where they didn't have cell phones, so they're like, oh, what do people always have in their hands? Oh, pens. Therefore, we'll just make our phones pens. I'm very confused about that, but yeah. So they don't have any luck on their side. The war zone they're looking for, and Gilda's essentially realizing they have to move on. We can't stay much longer. We're going to miss the bus. Let's come back later. Yeah, let's go home and meet up with Norman's group. Then we'll look in the next area. And that is where last chapter ended, with Emma literally 10 feet away from them, smiling, laughing, having no idea that the family that she had been dreaming of all this time was literally right there. God, that's cruel. That is overwhelmingly cruel. Okay, and apparently, well, that was certainly unexpected, but it looks like the ghosts of the nameless man, Isabella, and Connie told Ray to turn around and look at Emma. Okay, ghosts are talking to him now. That feels like an utterly ridiculous thing to happen in this series, but okay, no, that's just not a really ridiculous thing to happen in this series. I mean, then again, there's a fourth dimensional godlike being who can split reality, so Ghost, not that strange. I do just love seeing Connie and her little bunny right there. I mean, Ray still has, like, a lot of guilt over Connie because, you know, he essentially let her die. He sent her to her death, more or less. There's nothing he can do about it, but he still feels a lot of guilt over that. I mean, Isabel also makes sense here because, you know, she's literally his mother. Literally his mother. The person he was essentially in constant combat against for most of his life, since he realized very early on that she was, you know, raising him to be served as food. And that she was, in fact, his actual mother. Nameless Man is actually very ironic. I can't remember his name after there was so much build-up about what his name was. I kind of see the reason why he's there. Not really. I feel like it could have just been Isabel and Connie there. I think that would have been enough. But okay, yeah. So anyway, ghosts are telling him to turn around. Why not? And that's all the confirmation he needs. A ghost talking to him to tell him turn around, that he needs to go check out. He needs to see what's happening. And so he tells him, go without me, and he rushes off in the opposite direction. He knows she's there. He can tell it's in his soul. Everyone's looking at him like, what is this kid doing? Why is he running at a breakneck speed in the middle of town? I mean, this woman is actually looking at him with, like, disgust. And then he runs right by Emma once again as she and Santa Claus are going shopping. And he's like, okay, maybe it was my imagination. Maybe it wasn't actually ghosts talking to me, which, I mean, fair point. If you think ghosts are talking to you, it's probably your imagination or you're probably going insane. Oh my freaking god, are you kidding me? The necklace! The necklace! Everyone kept saying that would be how Emma regained her memories. It would have some divine power in it that would restore her memories. And now, her losing it is what's gonna reunite her with Ray. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, I like that. I like that as a connecting point. Alright, so she's gonna find her necklace. She found it, and she looks up. And it's freaking everybody! Hey, Norman, Ray. I thought Norman was somewhere else, but alright. Norman, Ray, Gilda, Dawn. They're all there, and they're all looking down at Em like, wait, was it this easy? Did we seriously just find her that easily? And she's looking all up very confused, like, why are they looking at me like that? Oh, I am very, very hesitant to turn the page, just simply because it's gonna be painful. It's gonna be so overwhelmingly painful when they realize that Emma has no idea who they are. Oh God, give me strength. There you are, Emma! Yay, Emma! We're glad you're okay. We've been looking for you. Stupid Emma. How could you do that, disappearing to us all of a sudden? Yeah, this is gonna be awkward. Honestly, if I was in Emma's situation, I'd just kind of go with it like, oh, people I know. Hello, I've missed you, because it would just be too awkward and too painful for me to explain to them, I have no idea who the heck you are. I don't even know who I am. Wait, my name's Emma? I thought my name was something else. Yeah, she actually said she had a new name. She never said what it was. Uh, kind of curious about that. I'd love it if she named herself Isabella or something. That would just feel so utterly perfect. Anyway, so I need to turn the page now. And again, I really, really don't want to. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. Once more, God, give me strength. Who are all of you? Oh. Oh, God. Yeah, I did not expect her to just get her memories back when she saw her family. And oh, God, they look so utterly, utterly heartbroken. Seriously, they're in just complete shock. And Emma actually looks afraid of them. That's probably the status for all this. She actually looks afraid of all these people. Well, they just kind of randomly hugged her. So, yeah, that's... Oh, still half the chapter to go. All right. Once more. But she doesn't have the numbers on her neck? She's not Emma? No, we thought he found... She looks just like her. So they kind of gave up that easily. They're like, okay, so she's someone who looks exactly like Emma, who has the same hair curl, who has the same missing ear. They just gave up that easily because she didn't have the neck tattoo. That is actually sad. That is really sad. And certainly explains, why they had trouble finding her all this time. If they had, like I said many times, if she had the neck tattoo, it would be very easy to locate her. But Ray simply understands because, she has the necklace. The necklace she had, the music gave her, the necklace she's been wearing for years now. That's proof enough to him. I mean, even if it wasn't, even if she didn't have the necklace, I think that Ray would still know. He would still tell in his heart of hearts that was her. I mean, for God's sake, Ghost told him to come find her. You gotta kind of listen to that. You lost your memory, didn't you? Her family really was taken from her. All the memories she had with her family. Yeah, that's heartbreaking. And like I said, this is almost worse than them for finding her. Them finding her and only to realize that she doesn't know who any of them are. So freaking painful! Separated from us. And not only that, her memory and all the connections with us were taken from her. No wonder we couldn't find her. No, Emma. That was the reward. God, freaking Christ. I don't know who actually looks more upset here. Emma looks like she's on the verge of tears. I mean, the rest of them, they look utterly heartbroken. And hey, we have the Promise Keeper yet again. This jerk. Are you sure you'll be alone? The future that you want, beyond this wish, is to laugh and live with your family. Yeah, but this isn't a sacrifice. It's settling things. Settling my selfish requests. I don't want to kill demons. I don't want to lose anyone anymore either. Okay. So yeah, she's essentially viewing this promise, this sacrifice, as her paying penance for not wanting to commit genocide. Her accepting the price of wanting to do things selfishly, which, that's how she's been since the very start of the series. Very, first chapter, she said, I want to escape and I want to bring everyone with me. I want to save all of my family. And Ray kept telling her, no, you can't save all of them. That's stupid. That's insane. It's going to get us all killed. But she selfishly fought and fought to save every last one of them. And she was selfish again when she wanted to save the demons too. So this is her settling things. It's settling her selfish requests. Oh, God, of course Emma would look at it that way. Of course I want to be with everyone. I don't want to forget them. And this decision will probably anger them too. Yeah, not just anger them, it led them into a depression spiral that would have probably left to them spending the rest of their lives searching for you and feeling utterly, utterly lost when they couldn't find you. But this way everyone can go to the human world. There will be no demons. No one will be food. We'll never have to be terrified. We'll never have to kill. Yeah, Emma, you didn't actually know that? You didn't actually know what was waiting for you in the human world. For all you knew, it could have been, the war of 10 years ago where you would have essentially had to become soldiers on the battlefield constantly fighting to stay alive. You don't know that a peaceful life would await them. And this guy, he just loves screwing people over. So I could have certainly seen him teleporting them all just right into the middle of a war zone. Both humans and demons can be free. We can completely stop the tragedy that we've kept repeating up until now. From now on, everyone can live happily. No, they can't, Emma. Your family is very upset that you're not there. thank you. It's thank you. She said thank you. She thanked him. She thanked this mother. She thanked him for doing the cruelest thing I could have ever imagined. No, crueler than anything I could have imagined. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what exactly the promise was. I never could have imagined it was this cruel, this heartless, this awful. It's the best future I could hope for. Okay, now Don is gonna start screaming at this terrified girl. That's probably gonna help. You can't be serious. What the heck? It's true that we're alive in the same world. It wasn't a lie. You weren't sacrificed, but you alone, only you, had so much taken away. It's actually amazing how mad he is at her for making this sacrifice, and how utterly terrified and confused she is about all of this. Come think of it, where the heck is Santa Claus? Shouldn't he be around to, defend her from the people who are screaming openly in the streets at her? I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, yeah, now she's actually scared. Now she's looks truly terrified of these people as Gilda starts screaming at her too. No, you remember us, don't you? It's me, Gilda. You recognize us, right, Emma? And yeah, Emma literally pushes them away. Stop it. I'm sorry, Oh, God, you gotta love Phil. You just really do gotta love Phil. He recognizes that she's scared. He recognizes that she really doesn't know who they are. And he doesn't want to cause her any more pain. And now everyone starts crying. Oh, God. Seriously, Norman. Seriously. Thank goodness. Thank good... God dang you, Norman. God dang you. Even if your memory is gone, I'm glad you're alive. You're eating well, staying healthy without any injuries, smiling, looking happy and not alone. We were able to meet you, and I'm really happy about that. We've all been well. Hey, at this point, Santa Claus comes out, so... Norman just wanted her to live a happy life. He just wanted her to be happy. No matter what he had to do, no matter what price they had to pay, he just wanted her to be happy. He was about to commit mass genocide to make her happy. So her losing her memories is a small price to pay, I guess, in his mind. And that's... God. Oh, that's something only Norman would say in this situation. He really was always the most selfless one of all of them. I mean... Don't forget, way back in the first arc, he said he was going to commit mass genocide. He was also going to, sacrifice himself. He sacrificed himself, fully let himself off to be food, just so that Emma could have a slightly better chance of escaping. He's truly the most selfless he's truly the most selfless one of all of them, and I absolutely love it. We're all going to school now. Okay, so... whole lot of questions about their school life, and the one guy looks like he's a YouTuber. Alright, that makes sense. Other girl's a painter. One guy's studying music. Other guy's learning. He's looking a little too happy at the internet. I don't want to really picture what he's imagining right there. Looks like she's a hairstylist. He's a chef or a waiter. She's studying in college. They're all off living their life. Cicelo and everyone are starting to feel better. Hey! They finally fixed the whole atom thing. Medicine was developed thanks to the technology in this world, and Adam's special DNA was used to suppress our side effects. Awesome, they're living their best lives. Oh, yeah, I kind of forgot that dude lost his leg. That was a whole big thing that they kind of graced over. He's a chemist now. Adam's sewing dolls, I guess. Mass dude's learning to read. The other girl's a world champion boxer. I kind of have some issues with that because she's, not actually human. She's like genetically engineered. I don't think that would be a fair boxing match no matter who her opponent is. I mean, I guess, the truth about them and their neck tattoos in the demon world wasn't actually made public, so that does make a certain amount of sense, but that's certainly weird. Oh, dang! Using that medicine, the children from the mass-produced farms don't need the help of respiratory systems and can even walk on their own? Okay, I definitely was not expecting that. I thought they just, they'd all die right away, considering that they were, on respiratory systems. really, they should have kind of clarified where exactly all those mass-produced kids dropped, because I've said many times how they would be like dead kids raining from the sky or something. Everyone think with a sign of the apocalypse, but they're alive. They're walking on their own. That's something. I mean, they don't really have brains. They're severely mentally disabled because of, their lack of anything. They've had no interactions or anything for their entire lives. They, like I said, severely mentally disabled. So not really, anything more you can hope from that. But them learning to walk, that's a huge step forward. So good for that. I'm actually kind of glad we had a time skip now just so they can, tell us that. And Emma looks very confused by all of this. She's like, what do you mean mass-produced farms? What are you talking about? Who is Adam? Mike Ratchery is a neutral person. I think that's the best they could hope for there. And is acting as our guardian, giving us a hand when needed. It might be prevent us from doing whatever we want to, but still. Yeah, so he's just trying to keep them on kind of a short leash right now. So he's just trying to keep them on sort of a leash right now to make sure they don't go do something crazy, wage war or whatever. Or just start telling people, like Fred Telebook, how I was raised to be a demon's food. So yeah, very curious about him as well. I still can't forgive the Ratchery clan, but we're all getting along well. Which, that's a fairly good middle ground, considering both of you were trying to essentially kill the other one for quite a while. And Aisha, oh, it's so cute. She has puppies. I'm still not sure if those were her original dogs or if she got new ones, but there were so many dogs, so many puppies. Oh, they were adorable. And she hasn't killed me either, for now. Again, Norman, it's kind of the best you can hope for. You did, kill her father, but she's free to raise her dogs right now, and that's all she really wants out of this world. So, that's good enough at least. Hey, and Chris woke up from his coma. Good for him. Wow, he must have been confused. I mean, he went in that coma. Didn't he go in that coma before they actually reunited with Norman? So, yeah, that's a whole lot they need to catch him up on. A good 50, 60 chapters. So we met Norman. He tried to commit mass genocide. Emma made a deal with a fourth dimensional being, and now we can't find her. We're in the human world. Isabella's dead, but she saved us. I mean, I feel like that would take a full day just for them to explain everything to him. And also, we're all working hard to make a bright future. I'm glad we were able to come to this world. We're all happy now. Everything's fine. It's just as you wished for. The result of your decision turned out to be great. So they're all most living a happy life, even if they can't be with her, and that's all she ever really wanted for them. Though she must be very confused about all of this. Everything we have, you gave it to us. You paid for it with everything you had, but even so, I wanted to be with you, have you smiling with us. And this is where Norman starts to get selfish, starts to break down. I mean, he's been putting on a happy face for her up to this point, because he realized how terrified everyone else was making her feel, but he really, really just wants her to be with them. And now to Emma. I don't know. I can't remember anything about this person or these kids at all, but come on, give me a butt here. Give me some glimmer of hope. Alright, she's crying. That's something. She's crying. Why am I, even though I don't know them, though I don't know anything, though I can't remember, why does it feel warm but also painful in my heart? I wanted to see you. And she's getting slight glimmers, slight memories back of them all together, slight memories of the people she lost. I feel like I've always wanted to see all of you. Oh my god. And here the cheers come. Everyone absolutely just bawling their eyes out. There was a future we wanted. There was a destiny we couldn't change. We fought back and we fought back. We grasped something. We lost something. So what? We wanted to see you too. We've missed you for so long. They're all smiling. They're all so happy that she missed them, that she wanted to see them, even if she didn't know who they were. It's okay you forgot, even if you can't remember. Even if you're different from who you used to be. That's why once more and forevermore, screw destiny! Jesus freaking Christ, dang straight, screw destiny! Oh, you just gotta love Santa Claus sitting in the background like, I don't know what's happening, but these seem to be your friends, so I'm just gonna wait here. I don't really want to interrupt. Let's live together. Okay. And thus the series comes to an end. Emma doesn't remember. She doesn't know who they are, but she has traces, just the tiniest bit of fragments of them in her mind, in her memory, telling her that these are people she cares about, these are people she loves, and just by seeing the way they look at her, she knows how much they truly care about her. So yeah, the series ended. Emma did not get her memories back, but she got the next best thing. She got her family back. Even if the gods themselves said she couldn't have it done, they found a way. They found a way to break destiny. They found a way to say, screw you, destiny. And I do just absolutely love that it wasn't, fate or chance or anything else that's brought her to them, that brought her back to her family. It was the ghost of their past. It was essentially the spirit. It was literally Ghost telling them, pulling them in the right direction, as if to overpower God himself. Oh, that was cool. I know there are going to be people online who are going to play and who are going to say it was, just came out of nowhere. It was just too crazy. It was too much for a series like this, but I feel like it was appropriate. I feel like it was them overpowering Destiny, just like they did at the start of the series. They were destined to be food, and now they aren't. They were destined to never see Emma again, and now they found her once more. She might not remember who she was, but she's with her family, and that's all she ever really wanted. So yeah. This was a very satisfying ending for the series. I know a lot of people have complained that the series lost its way after the first arc, that it's never really reached the peaks that it had in the first arc, and I will kind of agree with them on that. I mean, we can all agree, I think the first arc was the best of everything we've seen, but this was an ending that I can be happy with. This is an ending I am satisfied with, and an ending I can walk away smiling with. I'm glad she didn't remember. I'm glad she didn't, get all of her memories back, because it would have felt too cheap, like too little of a sacrifice, like there was no real point in her losing memories at all. Her not remembering, and yet still having these feelings of love for her family, that's the best. That's all we could have really hoped for at all this. I'm so glad we got to see it. I'm still planning to do a review on this sometime tomorrow. I need some time to read the chapter, think my thoughts, try to really see how I feel all this, see how other people feel, get some different perspectives before I really put down my final review of this series. But just thank you, everyone, for watching this, for taking this journey with me. I am so glad I decided to record my reaction to this, because it just made the chapter feel so much better knowing that I'm sharing it with all of you. So please, let me get all this down below. Be sure to like and subscribe to the next video. Until next time,
peace.